Yes, this is an update of sorts to, well, it is an update, isn't it? To the campaign. I hope you enjoy the footage of HMS Dreadnought in the last moments. That's the footage from Battle I fought. I was doing something in the editor and wanted to try out a few different ships against one another, which probably wouldn't have met, well, especially Dreadnought. And we was actually we had less firepower than the British, but we got lucky. One of their battleships blew up within the first few seconds, which is tipped the balance well in our favour. Anyway, campaign. The campaign. There's nothing wrong with the campaign. The campaign's working lovely. There's no problems with it. I have just had no footage of worth showing. I've done lots of recording. I must have about 6 hours of recorded footage. None of it's worth putting up. No, probably less than that. I mean, the last encounter took over 3 hours. I recorded most of it, but it was all nothing really. I sunk a couple of little ships and destroyers here and there, and that was about it. But that was with my pre-Dreadnought force. The High Seas fleet is still not prepared, but I'm not going to send it out as it is because I don't want to risk anything. And like the real commander of the High Seas fleet these days, what I'm trying to do is trying to catch part of the ground fleet and trying to overwhelm it. Now, the only way I could do that is mount various different attacks upon the mainland or do other things, and in the hope that they would send down, say, the battlecruiser force, and we'd annihilate them. But if you have watched my stuff from not long ago, you know damn well I've already annihilated the British battlecruiser fleet, and they haven't got any ships at Rosyth, I think, their naval bases. I can never remember these names. I'm scatterbrained. I know I am scatterbrained. I just forget what I want to say normally. It just goes out my head, and the more I think about it, the more empty my head gets. You know. Well, anyway, the British don't seem to have wanted to split their fleet, or I haven't found any evidence of that at the moment, because I've mounted 3 more attacks upon the mainland, and I've got one said operation coming back from, of all places, Harwich. I'm mounting an attack upon Harwich, even though I couldn't actually complete the task. I did mount the attack on Harwich, and I kept me which was the pre-Dreadnought force, because I think they're sort of expendable. But than not, I would get a little bit annoyed if they all got destroyed, I suppose. Well, not annoyed, but I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it. And we have one extra battle cruiser that's joined us. The Jutland has joined us at last. Although I think I announced that at some other stage. I've taken her out a few times, just working up, just to get a crew used to being in a war situation. Because if your crew don't get sent out, they become sort of lazy. I forget what the actual term they said in the manual. I can't remember. It's a long time since I've read the manual. Excuse me, I get a froggy throat. I had to cough. Anyway, and if I do try and remember, I know I'll be sitting there going, my head will just get more empty and empty and empty. But there's nothing wrong with the campaign. It's working. It's ticking over nicely, so there's no problems with that. And I have got some other ideas which are not related to the campaign, and one of the reasons I showed you the editor is because I will be using the editor a lot for this idea I've got. I'm not going to say much about it at this present moment. I've got a ton of footage of another battle I've played out. That was my knee just cracking. I don't know if they picked it up there. I think my legs just dropped off. Anyway, which has got to be worse than what's happening to HMS Dreadnought at the moment. I'm not actually talking over the record on this. This was done separate. I've recorded I'm always recording. Whether you see it or not is a completely different thing. I mean, there's tons of silent hunting you never see, and there's tons of Jutland you never see. Because if I don't think it's worth it, then it doesn't go up. If it doesn't entertain me, and I'll watch everything I record, if it doesn't entertain me, I'm not going to bore the pants off you with it. So I hope you enjoy seeing HMS Dreadnought sort of disappear gracefully beneath the waves. I don't know if she's doing it actually right at this moment, because I'm not sure where in the recording this is coming. Anyway, as soon as something does happen in our campaign, then I will bring you it straight away. Don't you worry, you will not miss anything. And like I said, I've got another idea in the pipeline, which hopefully I know will bring a lot more battles. They may be all one-sided, that depends on what happens, but more of that at another time. Thanks for watching.